Doctors are finally speaking out. What if living to 100 wasn't just luck, but a simple choice you make every single day? Science now reveals that eating just a handful of specific foods daily can extend your life, protect your heart, sharpen your memory, and keep your body young well into your golden years. Seniors, this could be the secret you've been waiting for. One crucial, often overlooked element in the pursuit of lasting health, as observed by Japanese longevity doctors for decades, is the profound impact of food temperature. Western medicine is only now beginning to grasp the significance of this subtle yet powerful factor. Dr. Makoto Suzuki, who dedicated over 40 years to studying Okinawan centenarians, made a compelling discovery. Individuals who consistently consume warm foods and drinks throughout their day exhibit significantly superior digestive health and notably lower inflammation markers. The scientific explanation behind this phenomenon is quite fascinating. When you ingest cold foods, your stomach is compelled to expend an extraordinary amount of energy to elevate everything to your core body temperature. This significant energy expenditure, energy that could otherwise be directed towards vital cellular repair mechanisms and robust immune function, essentially diverts your body's resources. Think of your stomach as a pot gently simmering on a stove. Continually introducing cold ingredients will inevitably slow down the cooking process. Similarly, cold foods and beverages can impede the breakdown of nutrients, thereby making it more challenging for your body to efficiently absorb the essential sustenance it requires. A 15-year study conducted by Kyoto University, tracking 1,200 adults, notably found that participants who consistently drank warm water first thing in the morning and alongside their meals experienced a 32% reduction in digestive issues and a 28% lower incidence of chronic constipation. Traditional Japanese medicine has understood this principle for centuries, recognizing that maintaining optimal digestive fire is paramount. This isn't a mystical concept. Modern science affirms that our crucial digestive enzymes perform optimally at body temperature, with their activity potentially plummeting by up to 40% when the system is shocked by ice-cold drinks during meals. The Japanese approach is beautifully uncomplicated. Begin your day with a comforting warm glass of water or tea, and during meals, savor warm miso soup or tea instead of chilled beverages. Even during warmer months, they prudently avoid extremely cold items immediately before or during their meals, advocating for a wait of at least 30 minutes after eating before indulging in anything cold, allowing the stomach to perform its crucial digestive tasks unimpeded. By making warm water your default drink, perhaps kept in a thermos nearby, your digestive system will undoubtedly express its gratitude, leading to noticeable improvements in bloating and energy levels within mere days. Beyond the temperature of your meals, Japanese centenarian doctors adhere to an eating schedule that appears deceptively simple, yet research increasingly reveals it as one of the most effective longevity strategies ever examined. This practice centers on consuming all meals within a consistent 10 to 12-hour window each day. While this might not seem revolutionary at first glance, its implications are profoundly impactful. Dr. Yoshinori Nagumo, a distinguished Japanese surgeon and longevity researcher, illuminates how this natural eating pattern initiates a vital biological process known as autophagy. Autophagy, quite simply, is your body's sophisticated cellular cleaning system. Envision it as an internal recycling program, where old, damaged cellular components are meticulously broken down and then expertly rebuilt into fresh, healthy structures. The monumental significance of autophagy was formally recognized with the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2016, though Japanese doctors have implicitly leveraged this principle for countless generations. By providing your digestive system with a substantial 12 to 14-hour overnight respite, you kickstart autophagy into high gear. A compelling 10-year study by the University of Tokyo, observing 2,000 adults, revealed that individuals consistently maintaining a 12-hour fasting window experienced a remarkable 43% reduction in rates of metabolic syndrome and 37% lower inflammation markers. Crucially, this strategy isn't about deprivation or skipping meals. Japanese centenarians eat abundantly, but within a carefully defined time frame. A typical day might involve breakfast around 7 a.m., lunch at noon, and dinner concluding by 7 p.m., followed by only water or tea until the next morning. This provides a crucial 14-hour period for the body to diligently repair, regenerate, and cleanse cellular debris. During this restorative phase, insulin levels stabilize, growth hormone production increases, and your brain generates more BDNF, a protein vital for neuronal protection and memory enhancement. The venerable Okinawa centenarian study further underscored these benefits, finding that individuals adhering to this eating pattern had a striking 60% lower incidence of dementia compared to those who frequently snacked late into the night. The secret to its success lies in consistency rather than stringent perfection. Gradually shifting your last meal earlier by 30 minutes each week instead of an abrupt change allows your body to adapt naturally, while ensuring your final meal is satisfying yet not heavy, incorporating protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates to prevent late-night hunger without overwhelming your digestive system. Over time, individuals embracing this pattern consistently report enhanced sleep quality, increased morning energy, and notably clearer thinking within just a couple of weeks. Beyond meal timing, a fascinating 5-color medicine method practiced in Japan reveals how intentional food choices act as a powerful form of preventative medicine. Dr. Setsu Yamada's research into why certain Japanese villages exhibited cancer rates 70% lower than the national average uncovered a remarkable practice. These communities naturally incorporated foods of 5 distinct colors into their daily diet, not as a conscious choice, but as a deeply ingrained tradition passed through generations. This isn't merely about aesthetics. Each color signifies a unique array of phytonutrients that work synergistically in ways scientists are only just beginning to comprehend. Red foods, rich in lycopene and anthocyanins, actively protect your heart and diminish inflammation, as evidenced by a Harvard study of 47,000 men, which found that daily consumption of red foods correlated with a 39% lower risk of stroke. Orange and yellow foods, brimming with beta-carotene and flavonoids, fortify your immune system and safeguard your vision. Johns Hopkins research indicates that adequate beta-carotene intake is associated with a 56% lower risk of cognitive decline. Green foods, offering chlorophyll and folate, support detoxification and essential DNA repair, with a Japanese study of 40,000 adults reporting that daily consumption of green vegetables led to a 45% lower incidence of stomach cancer. White foods, such as garlic, onions, and mushrooms, contain allicin and beta-glucans, compounds renowned for boosting immune function and possessing potent anti-cancer properties. The IG Cancer Center Research Institute noted that individuals eating white vegetables daily experienced 34% lower cancer mortality. Finally, purple and blue foods provide anthocyanins and resveratrol, crucial for protecting your brain and slowing cellular aging, with UCLA researchers discovering that anthocyanidins can reduce brain aging by an impressive 2.5 years. The true power of this method lies in the synergistic effect created when all 5 colors are consumed together. For instance, the vitamin C in red peppers enhances iron absorption from green leafy vegetables, and fats from avocados aid in absorbing carotenoids from orange foods, creating a harmonious symphony within your body. Japanese centenarians don't meticulously count colors. They simply ensure a vibrant variety at each meal. A typical lunch might include white rice, green seaweed salad, orange miso soup with carrots, purple pickled vegetables, and red tomatoes. To maximize these benefits, aim to include at least one food from each color group daily, prioritizing fresh produce, though frozen options are also perfectly viable. Consistency and variety, rather than unattainable perfection, are the cornerstones of this potent dietary wisdom. The wisdom of Harahachi-bu, eating until you are 80% full, might very well be the single most potent longevity secret discovered, diligently practiced in Okinawa, a renowned home to some of the world's longest-lived individuals. Western science has only recently begun to fully unravel its profound implications, discovering that this simple act goes far beyond mere prevention of overeating, initiating deep biological shifts that actively decelerate aging at a cellular level. Dr. Bradley Wilcox, a leading researcher in the Okinawa centenarian study, highlights that practitioners of Harahachi-bu typically consume approximately 1,800 to 1,900 calories daily, significantly less than the average American intake of 2,500 to 3,000 calories. This moderate calorie restriction, achieved without any form of malnutrition, robustly activates vital longevity genes known as sirtuins, which are crucial regulators of cellular health, inflammation, and the very process of aging itself. Research from Washington University corroborates these findings, showing that individuals engaging in mild calorie restriction had hearts that appeared 15 years younger on scans, alongside improved blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and almost non-existent inflammation markers. The genius of this practice lies in its simplicity. It eliminates the need for calorie counting or obsessive food weighing, naturally creating the optimal caloric deficit for longevity. Learning to recognize 80% fullness involves eating slowly and tuning into your body's signals. When you no longer feel ravenous but could still comfortably eat a little more, that's your cue to stop. You should feel satisfied and light, never heavy or stuffed, a sensation aided by the fact that your brain requires roughly 20 minutes to register fullness. This crucial time lag often leads fast eaters to consume well beyond the 80% mark, a pattern correlated with higher rates of overweight and metabolic syndrome, as revealed by a Kyushu University study. Practical techniques employed by Japanese centenarians include setting down chopsticks or cutlery between bites and chewing each mouthful thoroughly, 20 to 30 times, which, while sounding excessive, ensures proper nutrient breakdown, slows eating speed, enhances flavor enjoyment, and naturally facilitates stopping at that ideal 80% point. Utilizing smaller plates and bowls is another effective strategy. Okinawans commonly use plates around 9 inches in diameter, contrasted with typical American 12-inch plates. A difference Cornell University research suggests can lead to people eating 22% less without feeling deprived. The long-term benefits are substantial. Those who practice hara-hachi-bu boast 70% lower rates of heart disease, 50% lower cancer rates, and live, on average, 7 years longer than those who habitually overeat. Your energy improves dramatically because your body isn't constantly burdened with digestive overload, and your mind remains sharper as blood flow is not perpetually diverted to your stomach. Embracing this habit, even for a single meal tomorrow, by eating slowly and stopping when content but not full, will likely leave you perfectly satisfied after a short wait, setting you on a path to sustained vitality. Furthermore, a significant element woven into every traditional Japanese meal is fermented food, and the profound reason for its inclusion is startling. Dr. Satoshi Sasaki of Tokyo University made a groundbreaking discovery. Japanese centenarians possess gut microbiomes strikingly different from those of average adults, characterized by greater bacterial diversity, higher concentrations of beneficial bacteria, and significantly reduced levels of inflammatory bacteria. The underlying secret to this robust gut health is the consistent daily consumption of fermented foods, which function as powerful medicine for the digestive system. Miso, natto, pickled vegetables, and even fermented fish are not merely culinary accompaniments. They are teeming with probiotics that profoundly reshape your entire internal ecosystem. When researchers meticulously analyzed the gut bacteria of 1,000 Japanese centenarians, they identified remarkable bacterial strains that produce short-chain fatty acids at 3 times the typical rate. These essential fatty acids are instrumental in mitigating inflammation, bolstering immune function, and offering protection against various cancers. Notably, one specific strain, Lactobacillus pentosus, was detected in a remarkable 90% of centenarians, yet only in 30% of younger adults. Regular consumption of fermented foods leads to beneficial bacteria colonizing your gut, which then generate compounds your body cannot produce independently, such as vitamin K2 for strong bones, B vitamins for energy, and neurotransmitters like GABA that enhance mood and sleep. These foods also yield antimicrobial compounds that effectively ward off harmful bacteria. A 20-year study by the National Cancer Center in Tokyo, monitoring 90,000 individuals, revealed that those who regularly consumed fermented soy products experienced a 27% lower risk of stroke and an 18% lower risk of heart disease. Furthermore, women who frequently ate natto demonstrated a striking 50% lower incidence of osteoporosis. Perhaps most astonishing is the communication that occurs between the bacteria in fermented foods and your brain via the vagus nerve, a gut-brain axis that influences everything from emotional well-being to cognitive function. Japanese researchers found that daily consumption of fermented foods correlated with a 40% lower rate of depression and anxiety. The key lies in variety and consistency, as diverse fermented foods introduce different beneficial bacterial strains, each offering unique benefits and working most effectively in concert. For those unaccustomed, a gradual introduction is advisable. A spoonful of miso in warm water, a small serving of pickled vegetables with lunch, or a forkful of sauerkraut with dinner can kickstart the process. Critically, quality matters. Seek out unpasteurized, naturally fermented products, as pasteurization destroys beneficial bacteria. Within weeks of incorporating daily fermented foods, many individuals report improved digestion, clearer skin, a more stable mood, and elevated energy levels. By nourishing your gut bacteria thoughtfully, you establish a lifelong foundation for wellness. What if there was a simple alteration to your eating habits that could dramatically reduce blood sugar spikes and significantly contribute to years of extended life? Japanese longevity doctors have uncovered just such a powerful, yet incredibly straightforward method, the sequence solution. It's not about what you eat, but the precise order in which you consume your food. Dr. Tashimas Takanaga's groundbreaking research at Osaka Prefecture University vividly illustrates how following a specific eating sequence profoundly alters how your body processes nutrients and manages blood sugar. The impact is far from minor, rivaling the effects seen with certain diabetes medications. The optimal sequence is elegantly simple: vegetables first, protein second, and carbohydrates last. The scientific rationale behind this ordering is absolutely captivating. When you begin your meal with vegetables, their abundant fiber forms a protective mesh-like coating within your small intestine. This ingenious mesh acts as a physical barrier, effectively slowing down the absorption of sugars and fats that follow, ensuring your blood sugar rises gently and steadily rather than spiking erratically. This controlled response mitigates chaotic insulin fluctuations. A compelling study of 2,500 Japanese adults with prediabetes showcased the efficacy of this sequence, with 68% of participants reversing their condition without any other dietary modifications. Protein, consumed next, plays its part by triggering the release of GLP-1, a hormone that further slows stomach emptying and enhances insulin sensitivity. By the time you reach the carbohydrate portion of your meal, your body is optimally prepared to manage them efficiently. The rice or bread that might typically cause a sharp blood sugar surge is now absorbed slowly and stably. Research from Weill Cornell Medical College confirmed these findings in Western populations, demonstrating that individuals adhering to the vegetable protein carb sequence experienced 54% lower glucose spikes and 40% lower insulin spikes compared to consuming the same foods in a random order. This strategic sequencing also naturally leads to eating less overall, as the fiber from vegetables and the protein create potent satiety signals long before you typically reach for the carbohydrate portion. Japanese centenarians, for example, often consume about half the amount of rice compared to younger generations, not due to restriction, but because they are already satisfied. The long-term implications are staggering. Consistent blood sugar control reduces glycation, a damaging process where sugar molecules compromise proteins throughout the body, identified as a primary driver of aging. Individuals who maintain stable blood sugar levels age slower at the cellular level, exhibit superior cognitive function, and experience significantly extended lifespans. To implement this powerful practice immediately, dedicate yourself to eating all your vegetables first at your next meal, followed by your protein and then your carbohydrates. Keep them distinct, eating them in this precise order, rather than mixing everything together. While it may feel unfamiliar initially, it quickly becomes a natural habit. Restaurants facilitate this by allowing you to finish your salad before moving on to other courses. And at home, serving vegetables as a dedicated first course is an excellent strategy. The Japanese integrate this naturally, often serving small vegetable dishes called kibachi before the main course. The results are almost instantaneous, with reports of fewer energy crashes, reduced cravings, and enhanced mental clarity within just 3 days. Over time, this method becomes automatic, rewarding your body with unwavering energy and improved health markers across the board. And now, for the single most transformative secret, a profound morning ritual that can truly add decades to your life. This isn't a complex supplement or an obscure superfood, but a simple yet incredibly powerful practice that 96% of Japanese centenarians adhere to with unwavering dedication, drinking a specific quantity of warm water immediately upon waking before consuming anything else. This seemingly humble act transcends basic hydration. Dr. Hiroshi Yamashita's pioneering research at Nagoya University illuminated how this straightforward ritual initiates a cascade of biological processes that quite literally cleanse and reset your entire bodily system. During the hours of sleep, your body enters a critical repair mode, processing toxins, rebuilding cells, and accumulating metabolic waste. When you consume approximately 640 milliliters, about 2.5 cups, of warm water first thing in the morning, it acts as an internal flush, effectively expelling this accumulated waste through your kidneys and intestines. This is merely the beginning of its profound benefits. Ingesting warm water on an empty stomach robustly activates the gastrocolic reflex, which stimulates healthy bowel movements and crucially prevents the reabsorption of toxins. It also jumpstarts your metabolism, increasing its rate by up to 24% for a significant 90-minute period, and dramatically enhances blood flow to the brain, improving cognitive function and alertness more effectively than coffee. The temperature of the water is of paramount importance. Warm water, specifically at body temperature or slightly warmer, is absorbed far more rapidly than cold water, and it gently awakens your organs without shock, facilitating smooth, harmonious internal functioning. Japanese researchers discovered that individuals consistently practicing this morning warm water ritual had a remarkable 73% lower incidence of kidney stones, 61% fewer urinary tract infections, and a 48% reduction in constipation. A comprehensive 20-year study by Nagoya University involving 5,000 adults conclusively showed that those who regularly adhered to this morning water ritual experienced a 37% lower all-cause mortality, suffering fewer heart attacks, strokes, and cancer diagnoses. They exhibited slower aging and maintained superior cognitive function for longer periods. The precise amount of water is key. Less than 500 milliliters may not trigger the full range of effects, while more than 800 milliliters could be excessive for some. The optimal sweet spot remains around 640 milliliters, consumed within 5 minutes of waking. The protocol is straightforward. Keep warm water ready in a thermos by your bed or heat it promptly. Ensure the temperature is comfortably drinkable quickly, not a sipping temperature. Consume the entire amount within a few minutes, avoiding slow consumption over an hour. Critically, wait 45 minutes before eating breakfast, allowing the water sufficient time to perform its internal magic without interruption from food. While some may initially experience minor bloating or frequent urination, these effects typically subside within a few days as your body adapts, and bladder capacity actually increases and normalizes. The transformation witnessed is truly remarkable. Clearer skin within a week, dramatically improved energy levels, effortlessly regular digestion, and the lifting of mental fog. Chronic health issues frequently show significant improvement or even complete resolution. One 70-year-old participant in the Nagoya study reported a 90% reduction in chronic arthritis joint pain after just 3 months of consistent adherence. Another reversed his prediabetes without any other lifestyle changes. The Japanese doctors who effortlessly thrive past 100 do not consider this ritual optional. For them, it is as fundamental as breathing. They have practiced it for so long that it has become an automatic, life-sustaining habit, and now their profound secret is revealed to you. Ultimately, these 7 powerful, interconnected practices work in profound synergy, each augmenting the benefits of the others. The essential morning warm water ritual meticulously prepares your body for the day ahead. The mindful eating sequence optimizes nutrient absorption and stabilizes blood sugar. The daily inclusion of fermented foods cultivates a flourishing, robust gut microbiome. The 80% full rule gently prevents systemic overload, fostering cellular health. Embracing the five-color medicine method ensures comprehensive and balanced nutrition. The structured eating window empowers cellular repair and rejuvenation, while the preference for warm foods actively supports efficient digestion. Together, these practices culminate in a holistic lifestyle that not only adds years to your life, but profoundly adds vibrant life to those years. The extraordinary Japanese centenarian doctors, who continue to actively see patients and embrace life well into their 90s, are not inherently superhuman. Their longevity stems from a deep understanding that we in the West are only beginning to grasp. Small, consistent, and intentional daily practices, when compounded over time, lead to extraordinary and sustained well-being. You do not require expensive supplements, restrictive diets, or extreme measures. What you truly need are these simple, time-tested, and scientifically validated methods that harmonize with your body's innate wisdom rather than working against its natural processes. Begin with just one of these profound insights tomorrow, then thoughtfully integrate another next week. Within a few months, you too will comprehend why these revered doctors proclaim that aging, as we commonly perceive it, is truly optional. Your body possesses an inherent capacity to thrive well past 100. It simply awaits the right conditions to do so, and now you possess the precise knowledge to provide them.